Hi, my name is Quinn Lord. I played Sam in Trick or Treat, and you're watching Pop Culture with Pat.
What's your favorite scary movie?
Trick or treat!
Hey guys, welcome back to Pop Culture with Pat. I'm so excited to be joined by today's guests. Today we are talking to Quinn Lord, who plays Sam in Trick or Treat. Quinn, thank you so much for your time today.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to be here, and I'm looking forward to these questions.
Oh
There have been
yeah.
some really interesting ones lately, so
Yeah, I'm
looking forward
very
to it.
excited to dive into this film. I've absolutely loved it. I remember when this thing was first announced. I think I came across it on a blog or something, saw the trailer for it, was so excited for it to get released in theaters initially. And then it got pulled, pushed back a couple times, got released finally, but now the thing's become a cult classic after all these years, which I love, and I'm sure you guys probably love to see, where you worked on the film.
Yeah, I love to see it, and I'd sum it up in one word: surreal, because this is truly a unique thing that
Yeah.
it has this much of a cult following after not being theatrically released, and it, it's it's
Doesn't
crazy to think about.
happen very often. And yeah, it's crazy. Like you guys are just getting more and more fans, it seems like, for the film every single year. So going back, Quinn, to the beginning, can you talk about your audition process for the film? Not only for Sam, but you also, how did the other character come about that you play in the film as well?
Okay, so this is interesting, but you know the Principal Wilkins' son.
Yep.
I initially auditioned for that role
Oh wow.
And Sam had speaking lines, and it was more like just saying a Halloween jingle of the whole trick or treat, give me something good to eat. Except I tried to do like a demonic voice of trick or treat, and like little 6-year-old, 7-year-old me at the time was like doing that all menacingly. But then uh, after all that was said and done, I was in the audition room actually. When I did audition for the role of Sam, uh, I remember I had this tiny little thing at the very end because I had watched the season greetings animation that Mike did. And so I had like a little bit of research on this character. And I'm like, you know what? I don't think this, the audition material really quite articulated what I think Sam would do. So I said, do you want me to show you what I think Sam would do? And then, of course, I mimed petting this cat and I picked it up by the tail and walked away. And yes, that seemed to resonate quite well. And then I think it might have made it into the movie as an Easter egg when Sam takes the Holly Ho bar, which he'll later use with the razor blade inside.
Yeah.
As he's pulling the bag down the stairs, you can hear something in his bag. Is it a cat? Who
Yeah.
knows?
That's what I've always thought.
Yeah, that's what I've been thinking too because of it. And in the end, because I was really young, my parents made the executive decision that they would prefer their 7-year-old child to be murdering people instead of saying bad words. And so that literally made a world of difference there because I was technically offered both and I could choose one. But then after after going on set and like the order in which we are filming all the different scenes, when it finally got to the beginning of the werewolf storyline, I'm running around in the little monkey suit, right? Initially, that wasn't me. It was just like, oh, we need to find someone to be in a monkey suit and spy on be the peeping Tom. Hey, Quinn, you want to be a that character because like your face is covered otherwise, so like we
Yeah.
could have a multi. And I'm like, hell yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, that doesn't happen too often. You get to play two different characters.
Exactly. So like that's the beauty of the mask in a lot of cases. And I mean, I've been going to quite a few conventions lately, and there are quite a few people that I run into. And speaking of like Master of the Masks, like and Master of repeat roles, I've run into Jeffrey Combs quite a lot. And as far as Star Trek is concerned, he's played God knows how many characters.
Yeah.
It really is fun. The beauty of the mask. You're just like you're there, and then you're there, and it's like, wait, that's the same person. I only have ever done that once, so
And
did
do
that.
you remember the first day of you actually stepping onto the set and then also the first time just putting on the costume of Sam and fully becoming that character for the first time?
Yes, to the first, not so much to the latter, because at least I believe it was my first day on set. This is like 7-year-old memories, right?
Yeah.
Which are like, oh God, that's like almost 20 years ago now.
Yeah, which is
But anyway,
wild.
Yeah, the distance between those memories is more than how old I was at the time. Jeez. Um, yeah, so I believe, yeah, I'm just gonna say yes, it was my first day on set, and it was the scene where Charlie was sitting down with Principal Wilkins, and he's like, "Oh, you gotta better check your candy," and he's doing the vomit. And Mike was in the little video village area, and he's like looking at the replays on the monitor. He's like, "Oh, Quinn, you're here. Come here, come here." And he's like pointing me to the monitor, and it's like this up angle shot up the staircase, and it's like the projectile vomit onto the camera area.
Yeah, his organs coming out.
Yeah, exactly. And they had like the tube for the brown fluid, and then they had the tube for the red fluid, and it's like, okay, you got it there.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah,
it's
it's
just this
very effective.
right onto the lens almost. And yeah, it's just like, oh, that's so gross, but so cool.
Yeah, I'm sure
Uh,
as a kid you're just like, wow, this is so cool. And meanwhile, your
yeah.
parents are probably like, okay, what did we sign him up for?
Well, I mean, it's great, right? Because I never really was scared of anything to begin with. Like as far as like jump scares would perhaps be the only thing that would truly scare me as a kid. So then I ended up developing not this technique, but this technique,
Yeah,
where if you eliminate the sound, you can watch whatever.
that's true.
Um,
Yeah.
and so I guess I can't say I've really been too scared of horror movies. So I guess that appeal of being scared by horror movies is more the psychological stuff and like the creepy monsters and stuff. So I'm really drawn to like the Lovecraftian stuff or like The Thing. Uh,
No,
so
the Babadook freaked me out first time watching it. That's more of like a psychological horror film. Just really kind of
oh,
gets under your skin. But I'm kind of the same way. Like I've just been, I think, desensitized by watching horror. Even when I was a kid, watching like Are You Afraid of the Dark, watching Goosebumps, and then
mm,
gradually getting to, the older stuff as I grew up. So it takes a
yeah.
lot to genuinely scare me, but there is stuff that can get under my skin, and it's usually like more of kind of the psychological stuff.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like I think also like being on set and seeing how everything was done definitely made an impact early on. So I was like, oh, well, I don't think I'm gonna get scared by that or that anymore.
Yeah.
Uh,
And how difficult was it playing this character? Because I'm sure for a good portion of filming, your view was probably blocked or limited due to the different masks and things that you were wearing.
Not quite as badly as you'd expect. So if you've ever like I don't know, like as a kid or something, like you put a pillowcase like over your head and it's like, a thin linen or like a
Yeah.
sheet. It was basically like that.
Okay.
Like a single layer sheet wrapped around like this scuba helmet kind of like dome mask where it has like this little slit that I can like see through. And then, they thought, hey, that's a little bit restricting. Maybe we should give him a breathing hole. So they have another one down here. And so I think they replicated that with, I believe it was the Spirit Halloween mask
Yep.
decently well. It had like foam in there, but then it also had like the little designated spots,
Yeah.
which I thought was really, really cool. Um, And then, yeah, for the closer up takes, they would you'd be able to see because it was like one thin layer of burlap. You could like see the underlying helmet, or like you could see like my eyes through the little slit or something, or see that there was like an indent there. So they
Yeah.
had the double layer burlap mask for the close-ups, and that's when I was truly, visually impaired because it was nighttime in the middle of, end of autumn through the winter because I think we even celebrated Christmas on set.
Oh
And so
wow.
I wandered around in like the orange jumpsuit, when I didn't have the helmet on. I'd say helmet, mask on. I had like the little Santa hat with the attached beard, and I was Santa Claus for the
That
day, just
that's
giving
amazing.
out gifts to people. So that was a lot of fun. But yeah, there are quite a few instances where they're like kind of scraping off the snow on the road
Uh,
just to make it look like an autumn shot still.
Yeah. Although to be fair, I mean, it sounds like for you guys too, but I know here in New England, we've had several Halloweens where it has snowed on Halloween, so it's not completely out of the realm of possibilities.
Oh yeah. But I mean like I don't think it was that way when we started. It took a
Yeah,
few months and yeah.
to
It
keep
would yeah,
continuity.
of course continuity, but it would be interesting to see like an actual like a a movie that actually has like Halloween but during a snowy season canonically.
Yeah.
rather than just, oh, it happened to be snowing for this shot or something.
No, that would be good. That would be kind of fun. I was going to say it would also be cool to see Sam uh, pop up. Well, we already had Krampus, but I was going to say like pop up somewhere. Those guys pop up, and I know the Trick or Treat 2 is getting worked on, so maybe we can get like some kind of Easter egg to Krampus there. Or
Yeah, I mean, I just last week, Michael Dougherty and I did that Reddit AMA, and he gave some interesting positive answers there. So
dates on that.
it sounds very exciting.
I don't think I actually. So I'm gonna have to check that out because I didn't get a chance to go through it. So I'll have to go and take a look at that because it's like, yeah, I mean, we're all patiently waiting for Trick or Treat 2.
Yeah, yeah, me too.
Now I'm going to
I
ask you about filming a couple specific scenes, Quinn. So as far as the first one, pretty much right as the movie opens up when Sam takes out the neighbor who's putting away her Halloween decorations too early. Can you
yeah.
talk about kind of just filming that sequence there?
Now, is that the end of the movie or is that the beginning of the movie?
Oh, true. That's true. Yeah.
Both.
Depending on,
Uh,
yeah.
yeah, I really enjoyed filming that because, well, it was like a nice, I don't know, there was something about it being like the beginning of the movie that made me feel like it was a lot of fun to film. Because it was also like a location shot, it was outdoors, and I think that might have been one of the shots that we filmed when it wasn't snowing. I think that might be one of the reasons why I'm remembering it that way. But anyway,
That would make sense.
uh
Yeah.
yeah, so like the whole springing out of the box, I think that might have been like an actual spring rather than a person. I'm not sure. I wasn't there for that part. So it wasn't me springing out of the box. But once the sheet was like over and there was the whole like you get to see a blur, it was uh uh, both of us under the sheet. I went like that, and then I wasn't even like grabbing or anything. And she like took both my arms by the wrist and then did the entire thing. And I'm just like, oh, I'm along for the ride.
I mean, it came out great. You couldn't even tell that that was the case.
Yeah, right. It was really cool to like see how this is all done as well. And with like because it was under the sheet and then it
Yep.
like tumbles out into the and there's like the kids.
Yeah. Then you take the lollipop, you cut her like throat, and then
Except as I remember this, I really hope I got the facts right on this because this is like old memories. I might just like make some of this stuff up, but I really hope this is correct because this is such a good story and I love remembering it. Is because that wasn't me under the sheet. And you might be able to tell if you really, really look that it's a bit taller. And that's because it's not a stunt double. It's actually one of the like for the sheet when it goes through, I think that might be a stunt double. But then the different shot is it like pulls out and you get to see like the pullback and there's like the spray of blood
yeah.
under the sheet. That was actually like one of those squeezy, not ketchup bottles, but like, like the cone nozzle
Oh yeah.
like squeezy mayonnaise ketchup bottles or something, but it was full of blood. And you had one of the makeup artists in there, as I recall, that ended up onto the thing. I think it took maybe 2 times to do it. It
That's
didn't take many
amazing.
times at all, but yeah, it was great.
Man, I'll have to go back and on a rewatch and try and see if I can catch that. I'm sure it'd probably have to be something you'd have to like pause it to actually notice something like that, just where the scene is so quick, but I'll definitely have to keep an eye out for that.
Yeah, I remember watching that like because I wasn't watching it like through the monitors. I was watching it like with the actual like eyes, and that was a lot of fun to
Yeah.
see that happen. It's like, oh, that's supposed to be me, or that's supposed to be Sam.
Yeah, they made you look good.
Yeah.
And obviously the Sam versus Mr. Kreeg scenes, that whole sequence, that story is a lot of fun. And getting to work with Brian Cox, like, can you just talk about getting to work with him and just filming those scenes with your characters?
Oh yeah, well, I mean the further the longer I live for and the further back in time I look on it, like the more I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Like because like even with my appreciation for the movie The Thing, I didn't understand the reference when I was 7 with the you gotta be fucking kidding me and the whole like hand
That
crawling
so
around.
watching it last night, I watching it with like a pretty full theater,
Mm,
everyone cracks up at that line.
yeah. That's great.
So it's like it's still very, very effective. And I'm sure a bunch of the people probably in there, they've probably seen the film as well. But for even for newcomers, I'm sure it's just as effective. I remember watching it the first time and thinking that was hilarious.
Yeah, I really love that one too. Um, oh, there's so many good moments too. I was a little bummed at 7 years old that they wouldn't let me crawl on the ceiling. They
I can
had to
understand
do a
why.
stunt double for that.
Yeah.
I mean, 7-year-old me, I'm light enough, right?
Yeah.
But no, I'm 7 years old, so
Yeah, we got to be careful. Understandable.
yeah. But I did get to do the top of the stairs running under the exploding light bulb. That was a lot of fun. I mean, that was like my first like stunt, I think. Like if you can
How did they
classify
do the
it.
light bulb? Was it something where I mean, obviously they'd have to be careful. How did they get that to explode? Do you remember? Or
So it came down a lot to the timing, and I think they had like special bulbs. I'm not sure.
yeah, because obviously it's like
But
you can't have a real one with like the glass, pieces like going everywhere. But
yeah, right. And well, I mean, it also came down to timing, so it was like the whole like it would like they would wait and then they would like cue me to run, and like as soon as I became visible, that's when it went off, I think. Or
uh,
I'd have to really dissect and look at that exact shot
yeah.
to like be able to tell for sure and like reconnect all of like how it worked because yeah, I
What
there was
about
no
the
real
scene?
chance for what?
Yeah, what about the scene too, where you guys are actually in the upstairs bedroom, and then Sam pops up. You see the jack-o'-lantern light up and everything, and you just have trick or treat all over the wall like you got on your
Yeah.
background.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I love that wallpaper. And also like the pyrotechnics for the pumpkin were really cool too.
Oh,
Um
I can imagine.
yeah, I I really enjoyed the slow, like methodical, like process of like just looking at him creepily and then revealing slowly but surely by peeling, oh yeah, it was me that hamstrung you.
Oh yeah, I
And
mean
then he's like, "Ah."
that scene reminded me of Pet Cemetery. I don't know if you've seen the original film, but when Gage pops out from underneath the bed and cuts the back, and it's like I don't know if maybe that was a an Easter egg or
Oh.
some of tribute to that, but reminded me of that. I'm just like any of those kind of scenes, those slashing, it's just like oh, you can feel the pain in your ankle.
Okay. I'm gonna have to give that a look then.
Yeah, that's what it reminded me of, but it could just be purely coincidence.
You never know.
What because
I'll
there I
have
mean
to
there's a
ask
lot of
Mike that.
yeah, that would be an interesting question to get him on and ask him if that was a direct tribute to something like that, where he's such a big horror guy. I mean, it wouldn't
Mhm.
surprise me. And I mean, obviously, a lot of great scenes in the film. Is there one in particular that kind of stands out as your favorite looking back all these years?
Well, one of my favorite scenes at the time of being 7 years old was actually one of the deleted scenes where
Oh,
Charlie was, you know, destroying all the jack-o'-lanterns before he went and puked all over Principal Wilkins's stairs. Uh, you have Sam there who sees him doing this and he eggs him and then he like, oh, what's that? And then you see Sam flip him off and run away. I was like, I get to egg someone and I flip them off and I run away. You can't see my face under the mask, but I was smiling the whole time I performed that.
oh, I'm
But
sure.
I think I think what ended up doing it in the end, or like not having the scene in the final thing, thus leaving it as a deleted scene, was the fact that my little arms couldn't make the distance because I wanted to get like a wide shot,
Uh,
like the actual arc. But I caught like halfway and it didn't work.
yeah, that would have been great though. I mean, but at least we still have it as a as a deleted scene.
Yeah.
And obviously, this was a passion project for Mike. It was his baby. So, can you just talk about the experience of having him as your director and just getting to work on the project overall with him?
Oh well, where to start? It was a lot of fun. It was like it was like making a movie with your best friend kind of thing. That kind of atmosphere. And then he was pulling pranks all the time and like all the little things. He taught me the whole red rum
Oh,
from The Shining.
yeah.
And so of course I would go off and do that with other people. I would start going
I'm
red
sure they're
rum
like,
at
where did
six
you
or
learn
seven.
that?
exactly. And I'm like, um, him?
They're like, Mike, what are you doing? What are you teaching these kids?
Oh, it was all in good fun though. It
Yeah,
was it was a lot of fun. And yeah, I think yeah, there's just way too many memories. And also like I can tell that there are more memories that I know I'm forgetting of like the cast and crew like behind the scenes stuff. Not necessarily in front of camera. Like that's the stuff I really remember the most is like when I'm in the full costume and like with all the stuff and
yeah.
performing the scenes
But
and
stuff
stuff.
behind the scenes, yeah.
Yeah. I think yeah, there was another yeah, it would I think there was like a I'm not sure if it was a promo shot or a, a like a for fun shot, but it was a photo, like a professionally done photo with like an actual proper camera. I mean, they didn't have smartphones back then, but yeah, it was like a full like camera shot, and it was like HD and high quality, and it was of Mike and I, except I had like the whole Sam costume on. We were like by the tree together.
Yeah.
Like I thought that was a really cool one.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure I think I know which one that you're talking about.
Yeah. So like getting to take like those photos and also I think it was the same day we were doing like kind of like other promotional photos and it was like the one where uh it was the poster for the coming soon 2008 or something where Sam
Okay.
is sitting there with like the hands like that with like the jack-o'-lantern off to the side. It's like
Yeah.
all dark.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I remember seeing those and I wanted to I wonder because I've never been able to find like an actual theatrical copy because I'm sure theaters
Mm.
must have gotten them to put them out in theaters, ahead of time. But I've only ever seen like the single-sided because usually theatrical they're the double-sided posters. So I feel like they
Yeah.
have to exist possibly somewhere, but maybe there's just not too many and they're kind of, scarce at this point, probably.
Well, I mean, scarcity, that's gonna skyrocket the price of them, wouldn't they?
Oh yeah, yeah,
That's gonna
definitely.
be such a rare thing to find.
I have the and actually I got it signed by you. This was jeez. Uh 6, 7 years ago, maybe. You came to Salem, Massachusetts for a screening of Trick or Treat. It was like Monster Fest or something that they were doing. I had you sign a
Mm.
couple things, but like one of the main ones was the sideshow collectibles, Sam. It was like I think it was like the very first collectible that actually came out for Sam. And so that thing
Oh
it's still
yeah.
sitting in my room.
Oh my. I remember I got like I remember I received from somewhere the first two collectible things. It was like the little action figure in the plastic,
Oh yeah, yep.
and then there was like the 18 or 16-inch vinyl figure.
Yep.
So those are the two things that I got, and I was like, "Whoa, what's this?" This is like really early on. This is like close to 15 years ago now.
Yeah.
I'm like, they're making this?
Yeah, and now you go to Spirit, it seems like every single year there's a new either one or at least a couple new collectibles that they add to the collection. It's crazy to see, which I love to see it because I was a big fan of the film prior to it coming out, but just over the years how much merchandise has developed for the
Oh
film,
yeah.
which I'm sure the studio probably looks back on it now and saying, "Man, maybe we should have released this in theaters back in the day."
Well, hey, there's the re-release in theaters. I think what was it? I think it was in 2023, maybe 2024,
Yep,
where they did the release in theaters as well. But now they're doing like the
4K.
the release again and with 4K and season's greetings and stuff. Yeah, it's I think it could be like a perpetual thing
Yeah,
if they want, I think.
I would think so. And
It's got
Quinn,
so much rewatchability.
oh, 100%. Yeah, it's
So,
definitely something that's in my yearly rotation that I have to watch every single year. Because, I mean, just the atmosphere of this film, which
mhm.
makes sense, it taking place on Halloween, but the different costumes, all the lights, just it feels like fall, so it gets you right in that mood. And I'm sure you guys being on set, just having all the different decorations, everything to it, probably felt like it was Halloween for you guys.
Oh yeah. I mean, Halloween is right up there next to Christmas, which is also in the same time of year. That's my favorite time of year. So like October, November, December, my favorite time.
Agreed. Yeah, I'm
Because
right there
yeah.
with you. Once we get into the holiday season, that's my
Yeah.
favorite time of the year. And for you, Quinn, I guess when did what was kind of the first time that you realized that Trick or Treat was kind of becoming this cult classic that it is today? Like the popularity was really starting to grow.
I think it was like around 2010, 2011. I mean, I'm a little blurry on the timing there, but this is, back when I was really young and like I was overhearing what my parents were talking about, and it was like, oh, going to a convention. And I'm like, what's that? And then
Yeah,
it
because
was
that was
like,
earlier
yeah,
days of conventions.
exactly. And so I think, yeah, the very first convention that I went to, I could be wrong though, but I'm fairly certain. I think it was 2011 Cincinnati Horror Hound. And I went there, and then I realized, oh, people are coming to see me, and they have all this new merchandise that I've never seen before, and I get to meet each and every one of these people, and these people are talking about the movie, so I can talk about the movie with them. And yeah, it was a overwhelming experience at first, and then I was like, okay, well, this is awesome. I'm gonna keep going and going and going and going. And so
Yeah.
over the years, I've been going to so many conventions and meeting all these people in person. And that's really the way I like to interact with people, is a lot of like one-on-one conversation. So like you and I like this, but like if I'm addressing an entire crowd, like I do enjoy like Q&A sessions when like one specific person in the crowd has a question. But if it's like a general question I'm asked on a stage and I'm like, uh, how do I
Yeah, it
say
can be
this
a
so
lot.
absolutely everyone, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta
And
get everyone on the same page.
yeah, no, that's understandable. Yeah, I mean, and it would be really cool, I hope, like one day, because I feel like, at least in my area, I haven't seen you guys do anything, but maybe for one of the upcoming anniversaries or something, it'd be cool if one of the conventions could get like a reunion with a bunch of the different cast members together. So putting
In
that out into the world.
2013, in 2013, when the Trick or Treat 2 was originally greenlit by Legendary, that was what an experience. That was Mike and I and the rest of the cast like on stage, interviewed by Seth Green of all people. And then yeah, that was crazy, crazy cool.
So I
So
think people would love that. Fans of the film, I'm sure they'd love to get like a picture and autographs, from you guys all together. So fingers crossed. Hopefully, maybe coming up for like an anniversary or something, one of these cons can make it happen. And
yeah.
Quinn, why do you like, in your opinion, why do you think that Sam has just connected with people the way that he has over the years?
I think there are a lot of aspects that connect with people in a lot of different ways, and this is also pulling from what people have told me, like amongst all the conventions I've gone to and all the people who have come to my table and talked trick or treat, and specifically Sam. It's like the kids really they like the character, but in a lot of cases they haven't watched the movie, which is very interesting to me. So it's almost like I think, what was it, like on PlayStation, I remember there was like the Sack Boy or something. It was like this whole knitted thing, and I'm like, I guess it might have the same appeal as that.
Yeah,
Just like PlayStation 3 days. That's a long time ago now, isn't it? Oh
yeah.
my God. I thought that was like 5 years ago. No, that's 15 years.
Oh yeah, time
Okay.
time just flies by. It's ridiculous.
Oh yeah, exponentially so as you get older. But yeah, so it seems like there's there's like a huge aspect of like the cuteness factor, and there's also like the aspect of not entirely understanding the character because you just see like the poster
Yeah.
like in your background there, where it's just, you don't see what's behind the mask. Oh, he's cute and cuddly. Don't mind the sharp lollipop that he's holding.
Yeah, or then when you do finally see his face and he's like this demonic pumpkin headed thing.
Y- Yeah, I have heard all the different types of reveal experiences there where people are like, "Oh, I loved him. I thought he was super cute." And then he took off the mask and, "Oh, I can't watch it." And like other people still thinking he's cute after the mask t is taken off. So it's like you have all these different factors, and then other people just saying, "I really like the idea that he's the spirit of the holiday." So
Yeah.
it's not even like this physical form so much as it's like this force that is given for him, and that's why he's unkillable by his shotgun blasts and yada yada. And so like there's all these different interpretations, which I find very fascinating.
Yeah.
And yeah, in the end, it's all about the rules. So it's the embodiment of the rules.
Yeah, which
And
I love. And there's so much that you can do with that. So it's like I can't wait to see what Mike has in store for people with part two, because there's a lot of different directions I feel like that you could go with a sequel, and even if you wanted to do any more past the second one, even future installments past that.
yeah, I mean, like just like what I was saying with the like PlayStation 3 days being like 15 years ago, the movie is coming up on like close to 20 years now.
Yeah.
And so like um there was the flashback sequence where the school bus was doing its thing, and you see Sam on the side of the road poking the dead bird. Well, what exactly happened that year, and how did the people of that era interact with Halloween and so on? And like, well, now we've gone close to 20 years. Would it be modern day, or would it be back in 2007 era again?
Yeah.
Or would it be, like there's all the different time periods, but then I think there's like a whole not even like universe of potential there, but like each year is Halloween. So
Yep.
you could literally do just the next year, and there's a whole Halloween night to explore again.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, I think there's like there's no way of narrowing down what Trick or Treat 2 will be about, to be honest.
I'd love to see at some point, whether it's two or, a future film, I'd love to see we were talking about like vintage Halloween, so something back in the, 50s, 60s, 70s, and just to see how that would look with all the decorations and having Sam in there.
Exactly, because also at the beginning of the trailer, it's like the old like black and white like rules to follow.
Yep.
Oh, that would be an interesting thing to explore as well.
And then even now too, I mean, because like you said, social media and cell phones, like they were around, but definitely not to the degree that they are now. So to
That's right.
see Sam like if they did introduce some of those elements of the film, how Sam would interact with that, where that wasn't as much of a factor back in the day. So yeah, I mean, there's a ton of different directions that they could go for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And how have the fans, how have they continued to surprise you, Quinn, over the years with just their passion for this character and for the film?
Well, I mean, my 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 surprise grows with each passing year because like you would expect something to eventually fade over time, but Trick or Treat is doing the opposite, and it has been for nearly 2 decades. I'm just gonna say nearly, because it's really getting there, and it's more merchandise, more fan-made stuff, and artwork, and like homemade stuff. Actually, yes, this is a perfect example. This is one of the first things that someone gave to me.
Love
And
that.
I don't remember if this was 2011 or if this is 2012, but I remember I kept this and I took this on set with me and put it in like my little cast chair and took a photo of it. And
That's so
it's
cool.
like a little voodoo doll. And I'm like, this is a one of a kind. This was
Yeah.
never mass produced. This was just someone made this like
Oh yeah.
with care. And
I
I
remember
am the
back in the
only
day,
person.
before we had the Spirit animatronic that is available. It wasn't in stores this year, but it's been available the past like couple of years. So I have that. But I remember back in the day before that was announced, I was like, oh, I want to make my own Sam. So I went out, I got some like orange kid PJs, I got some burlap, I cut out enough to make the head, had like a foam head for it. Put it all together. It was all handmade. The lollipop, I think, was just like a dowel, kind of small dowel stick.
Yep,
Made the lollipop out of like cardboard, painted it and everything. And
that's
that was like
awesome.
my Sam in the yard for several years until then we got like another costume that I ended up using that, and then now eventually I have the animatronic for the yard. So it's kind of been an evolution of the character in my yard haunt over the years.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'd say Mike's seen it because I've like posted it on social media, and he's liked when I've like posted some of the stuff over the years. So that's always fun to see him kind of interact with the fans too.
Yeah.
Do you still I know you just did the Q&A with him. Do you still keep in contact with Mike over the years, or
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's really nice to like shoot him a message every once in a while, and it's really cool.
Yeah, and now, if you know anything, and obviously don't want you to get in trouble, but if Mike was were to ask you to come back for Trick or Treat 2, even if it wasn't necessarily playing Sam, if it was for some other character, is that something that you would be interested in?
Interested is a huge understatement. I mean, I want to go on set for Trick or Treat again. That was such an impactful and like one of the like I wouldn't oh yeah, it is just about one of the best moments of my life, I'd say. But like it's just more of that. Yeah, that would be
Yeah.
great.
Well, fingers
Like
crossed. Yeah, it'd be cool. Like even if you didn't come back as Sam, if they ended up casting like a kid to play him, that if you came back as another character, like maybe your character in the costume in the store has grown up now, and you
yeah,
show up in one of these stores or something along those lines.
yeah, I'm all for it.
So
Like it
fingers
sounds
crossed. I'd love to see you and some of the other cast, even if it's like cameo appearances in the next one. I'd love to see that. But to
yeah.
wrap things up for you, is there anything else that you'd like to say to the fans out there, and where can people stay up to date with you?
Oh, yeah, I would say just don't forget to go and watch it in theaters tomorrow. I think is the last day of the year, right? I
Yeah, I
think
say I know like they had the showing last night, and then yeah, I can't remember the second date, but
yeah, don't forget to watch it. And and the whole remastered Season's Greetings in 4K. I have to watch that. That sounds
yeah, that was
really
a treat.
fucking cool. Yeah. Because I remember like the original and I'm like, okay, I gotta see this like upscaled and stuff. So yeah, and I really I really support the like increased passion, I would even say, for Trick or Treat. Like somehow it keeps getting topped every year and there's always something new. You think you've seen it all, and then oh yeah, just at this last convention, I saw like there's all sorts of crossover art as well with Sam. And
Love that.
I finally saw somehow like there's all sorts of crazy ideas. I saw um Kirby crossed with Sam.
That's awesome.
I'm like, that works
Yeah,
because it's perfectly round and perfectly spherical. So
that's hilarious.
yeah, it was I now have that artwork. Had to get
Oh
it.
yeah, yeah, that's understandable.
Yeah.
And yeah, for
And
you,
so
yeah, where can because social media wise, where can people stay up to date with you? Just moving forward with any future projects.
yes, so I am on Instagram and I am on Facebook.
Okay,
And I
perfect.
think I think Facebook has more of like my schedule updates and Instagram is more like I don't know. I think I post to both. Trying to remember how I have it set up. I
Yeah,
don't go on social media too often because I prefer to do like the whole convention going and like actually meeting people, but
yeah.
I'm still on there nonetheless.
Well, I'll make sure to put those down below in the description, Quinn. That way people can give you a follow and stay up to date with your work. Hopefully we see you in Trick or Treat 2, and you are welcome back anytime in the future, my friend.
That sounds great. Thank you. Hi, my name is Quinn Lord. I played Sam in Trick or Treat, and you're watching Pop Culture with Pat.